We have timeout being called by the Hornets. Once again, the Anahuac Education Foundation is selling raffle tickets for a Yeti cooler tonight. It will be drawn in the third quarter. You can't win if you don't play. $5 a ticket or 5 for $20. And your concession stand tonight does have new items this season. Just for tonight, chopped brisket sandwiches, sausage on a stick, boudin, fried chicken wings with french fries, and of course all your concession favorites, nachos, Frito pies, chips, candy, and an assortment of drinks. Only carry. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 2.
Welcome in, everybody, to a homecoming edition of Anahuac Sports Live as we present the Anahuac Panthers taking on the Hardin Hornets. And we believe that we have got our issues out of the way. The last play you saw was a 4th down for the Hardin Hornets deep in Panther territory. It was not good, and the turnover on downs leads to the Panthers taking over from their own 11-yard line.
And we appreciate everybody's patience as we got everything settled up here in the booth.
And going down is Trotter as he was under heavy pressure, and that's going to be a big loss there on the sack.
We lost 6 on that play, I believe.
So after the loss of 6, brings up 2nd down and 16. This is going to go straight up the middle. DeLeo is going to pick up the 6 and more. Is going to bring up 3rd down and manageable.
Again, we appreciate everybody being patient as we got everything going underway up here. We were having some internet issues and some computer problems, but I think we've got it all figured out now. If you would comment in chat, see how everything, just let us know how everything's looking and sounding.
3rd down and 5, handoff. De La O is going to get the 5 and an extra yard to move the chains. 1st down after the pickup of 6.
And here in a little bit, Alex will get everybody caught up on what happened up until this point. Apologize for missing most of the first quarter, but that's what running the football and that wing T offense of the Hardin Hornets will do. It will drain a clock, and that's they ate up a lot of time on that last possession.
That they did. They went 12 plays on that last possession to come out short. Snap back to Trotter, rolling right, is going to deliver to Coates. Coates is going to have it, breaks a tackle.
There's a face mask.
It's going to be taken down at the 34. That is going to be a pickup of 11. Move the chains, another 1st down.
And the sideline judge did not see the face mask. However, 1st down, chains are moving, and Panthers are quickly back to the line.
1st down and 10 from the 34. Trotter under center is going to give it to DeLo. And he's going to be met in the backfield, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 4th carry of the ball game for Delo, and that he has 24 yards. First drive of the ball game, the Hornets won the toss. They deferred, much to the chagrin of head coach Greg Neese, as they drove 67 yards in 5 plays, ate up a minute 55. It was Trotter to Cunningham for 24 yards. Quick screen is going to go to KJ Moore. Looks like he's going to pick up 3 or 4. We'll see where they spot it. Give him a pick up of 3, brings up 3rd down and 7. The 2-point conversion was no good, and that leads to your score here as with 10 seconds in counting. 3rd down, Trotter gets it, handoff. Delo is going to get to the 40, but he's going to come up well short of the 1st down, as that will be the last play of the first quarter. So we'll be back with more into the 2nd quarter after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Driveway need that long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get your lot cleared and ready to build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services Inc.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart here from Kyle White Stadium. It's homecoming for the Anahuac Panthers, and then now it does appear as if the offense is coming back onto the field for a 4th down and 5 from the Panther 40. First play of the 2nd quarter about to commence. Trotter looks downfield. They're going to...
I think Hardin's going to take their first timeout.
No, there's laundry.
Oh, there is laundry.
And it's going to be a false start against the Panthers.
Well, that might change things as far as what this 4th down play is going to be, and it does. The punting unit's coming onto the field.
Yeah, Delo is probably going to go back to handle the punting duties as the beef up front comes off the field. Going to get the punt away. Wobbly punt is going to take a sideways roll into a Panthers roll. Is going to come to rest at the 32-yard line, and that is where Hardin will set up shop here with 11:52 remaining in the half. There is a flag down. We'll see if it's... Yeah, running into the kicker is going to be the call. They're coming to the sideline to talk to head coach Greg Neese to see if he's going to want to repunt it. Or they were going to go for it on 4th and 5. You move it back up 5 yards. They may send the offense right back out there. In fact, that looks like what they are going to do. So, go back to this side. Again, want to thank everybody for sticking with us. 4th down, Trotter is under center. Lone setback is Delo. He's going to get it around the right side. He's going to get more across midfield, 45-40. Down the sideline after a stiff arm is going to come down at the 34. That's going to be a pickup of 26, move the chains, 1st down.
A great decision there to go back to your original plan and go for it. Not sure if it was the original play, but good play call there to get past the down mark and get a first set of downs.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage, pitch back to Delo. He's going to take it straight up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple. And We'll say 3, brings up second down and 7. 7 carries, 55 yards. Handoff Dalo straight up the middle, giving the Hornets some of their own medicine. Only going to pick up a yard there. Going to be third down and 6. 8 carries, 56 yards for Thomas Dalo, as he will check out for this third down play. From the 30 of the Hornets. 10:47 and counting. 2 backs are Dye and Richardson. Richardson gets the toss across the 30. Is trying to get to the outside, was not able to get there.
Well, if he'd just kept on going up the middle, there was a little seam there, and he didn't see it. Tried to come back here to the near side and ended up probably losing the yard or 2 that he was going to get. Short, and a fourth down coming for the Panthers, and they will go for it again.
So after the pickup of 4, it's going to bring up fourth down and 2. Panthers already 1 for 1 on fourth down here in this drive. Pistol formation with Trotter. Richardson behind him, fakes the handoff, rolls to Coates, and it's going to be incomplete off the fingertips. First incompletion of the ball game for Trotter, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Well, just a few things that we were going to talk about in the pregame show, and that was the Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm pregame show. The Hardin Hornets, they struggled a little bit last year, but they seem to have found their groove this year, Alex. I mean, they're 3-1. Their only loss coming to Warren in week 1, 7-18, so not a blowout there. But then they went against Evadale 14-13. They got another win against Trinity 36-8, and then they were at Hull Dayzetta where they blew them out 47-0. So the Hornets and their wing T offense comes back onto the field, and they're going to see if they can't drain the majority of this clock again.
First down and 10 from the Hornet 25. In round is going to be caught in the backfield. He's going to keep the feet churning, and he's going to turn nothing into something. He's going to pick up 4 yards. That's Ibarra, his second carry of the ball game for 5 yards. We'll bring up second down and 6.
And then Ibarra, the senior, he has 235 yards so far this year on 32 carries. He's averaging 7.3 per carry. No touchdowns to his credit so far this year. But keep an eye on Kubeska as well. Those 2 running backs are their main focus for Hardin. Kubeska with 387 yards on the year for 54 carries. He's averaging just over 7 yards, but he's got 4 touchdowns.
Jones has gotten some early action in here as well. He's got 4 carries, 25 yards for the Hornets. This one's going to go up the middle and is going to go nowhere. That handoff going to Ponton, Landon Ponton, the junior, is going to lose a yard.
Ponton leads their defense. I knew I saw his name on here. He's got 38 total tackles on the defensive side of the ball. 4th in leading tackles for the district.
Hornets 2 out of 3 on third down so far. They've converted on 8 and on 4. Now third down and 8 once more. Flags before, whistles blow before the play. And we're going to have a timeout charged to Hardin. Their second of the half. We'll take it.
We'll keep it here for a minute.
We'll keep it here.
So just a few other notes that I had. They run. I've mentioned a couple times already that they run that wing T offense. They are a run first team. You will probably never see this team pass the football. And as I mentioned a while ago, Kubeska leading the way for that run first offense. They do sometimes get crowded up front. They do tend to play kind of bumper cars when they're trying to do those ends around and get their blocks developed. But they make it work, and they've made it work so far this year. Defensively, we've seen them twice on the Panthers' 2 possessions. They were able to hold the Panthers on the last possession when they got in there deep on their own territory. But they run a 4-2-5, and they'll sometimes go to a 3-4 whenever you see them, they see offensive goes to the pass. And you'll see that when they get back on defense here. But they do eat up the clock with this run game.
3rd down and 8 with 8:20 remaining here in the half. Whitehead is going to come under center. Wing T formation. Sends man in motion. Handoff is going to go back to Ibarra, and he's got room. 35. And they're going to say that he advanced the ball to the 36, pick up a 8, move the chains, first down.
And tackled by number 28, and that was Jason Nelson for the Panthers.
So first down and 10 from the 36.
And Jason Nelson, 12 total tackles to his credit for the year.
Anahuac leading Hardin 6-0 on your Gore Propane scoreboard. 8 seconds remaining on the play clock. Hardin taking all the time that they can. I think Whitehead kept it.
Man gained a yard.
It's hard to see in the scrum. He did. Pick up a 1, brings up 2nd down and 9.
Well, like I said, when they're running that tight of a formation, it does get super crowded, and you can't make it out on what's going on, and you don't know if they may have ran into each other on that play and didn't necessarily mean to. Of course, they did. On a first down play, you didn't think so, but it did get kind of lost in the shuffle down there. Wanted to mention our first quarter sponsor that we didn't mention earlier, Chambers County Deputy Constable Precinct 5, Josh Kayla and family.
Whistles before the play. We're going to have offsides against the Panthers. That's going to be their second penalty of the ball game. And we'll move the Hornets 5 yards closer. We'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Stay tuned at the half as we'll have all the homecoming festivities along with scores from around the area and statistics as we have them for the first half of play. Wing T formation, Kebezka, Jones, and Ibarra in the backfield. Pitch goes to Ibarra as he's fighting his way forward. He's going to pick up another first down. They're going to mark him down. Looks like at the marker. So give him a pickup of 4. 6th first down of the ball game for the Hornets.
I'll tell you what, Ibarra really squeezes his way through those seams, even though it seems like the coverage is breaking down or the blocking's breaking down. He finds a way and really turns his feet forward.
4th carry for 17 yards for Ibarra. Six minutes remaining here in the first half. Whitehead under center. Sends Kebezka in motion. Goes back to Ibarra. Ibarra's going to be caught in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 11. And they went back to the well one more time to Ibarra.
Well, it's a much better job up front by the Anahuac defensive front to just try to get a little bit more penetration and pursue him a little bit better. They've got to anticipate, that you know what they're going to do with the football. You just don't know what direction. So, they've got to have a little bit better vision than they did on that play.
Hardin moving left to right as you look at your screens. White trousers, white uniforms outlined in blue numerals with gold trim.
And I don't know if it was a false start or an offsides.
I think that's going to be offsides once more.
And trying to.
A better question will be if they have a personal foul. Offsides once more against the Panthers is going to bring up 2nd down and 6. 3rd penalty of the ball game for the Panthers.
Well, trying to anticipate the snap count a little bit too much there. So 2 offside plays on this Panther defense, which hasn't been the Panther defense's, style. Most of the offensive, most of the penalties that we've seen so far this year have come from the offensive side.
2nd down and 6 from midfield. Ibarra, Kizbecka, and Jones in the backfield. Whitehouse under center. Whitehead under center. Pitch is going to go to, is that Jones? Nope, that was Kibezka. Kibezka is going to pick up 3. We'll bring up 3rd down and 3. 3 out of 4 on 3rd down for the Hornets. Kibezka, 6 carries, 24 yards. This will be the 8th, nope, that's right, 8th play of the drive for the Hornets, as they have already taken up over 5 minutes on this drive.
I tell you what, they eat up the clock, and it's easy to do. And they're about to call a timeout with the play clock get down to 1, and they do.
That should be their final timeout here of the first half. 3:59 remaining in the half. Panthers lead at 6-0. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyle Hart back here from Kyle White Field, with the Hornets driving on 3rd down and 3. Panther defense trying to hold once more.
Man, doing a little scoreboard watching here, and there's some surprises early. We'll talk about all those scores and the Chambers Health halftime show.
Whitehead drops the ball, gets the handoff, and
close, but
boy, it depends on which referee you go with, near side or far side.
They short a yard at least.
So they're going to give them 2 on the carry.
Some early surprises, though. Like I said, we'll talk about all those in the Chambers Health halftime show, as well as all of the homecoming festivities that will be going on here at Kyle White Field, or Kyle White Stadium.
Does look like the Hornets are going to go for it once more on 4th down, 0 for 1 on their first possession. This is only their second possession of the ball game. Their first possession was a turnover and on downs deep in Panther territory. 1 yard to achieve the first. There's going to be flags before the play.
False start.
And this does appear as if it's going to be a false start.
Well, and that will help matters as far as the Panthers' defense is concerned.
First penalty of the ball game for the Hornets. We'll make it 4th down and 6, and we'll see if it changes. And it does change the mind of the Hornets as Kibezka sets back to handle the punting duties.
Kibezka's a busy man, taking care of all the kicking responsibilities for the Hornets, as well as the main ball carrier.
4th down and 6 from midfield. Snap back. Pressure is not going to get there. The Panthers came close to putting a paw on it. This is going to take a Panther bounce. It's going to bounce at the 20. They'll call it good at the 23, and that's where the Panthers will set up shop for their 3rd possession of the ball game here with 2:44 remaining in the half. Once more, it only took them 1:55 to score their first touchdown of the ball game on their first drive. So with 3 timeouts and 2:44 remaining on the clock, plenty of time for the Panther offense to try to do some damage here before the half.
So as mentioned earlier, Thomas Delao, the leading rusher for the Panthers, 42 carries, 303 yards. He's averaging just over 7 yards a carry. He has 3 touchdowns to his credit.
Out of the gun is Trotter. Is going to hand it off to Dye. Dye across the 25, across the 30. Flag is going to come down, and we'll see what it is. It's in the vicinity of holding.
dive with only 88 yards. And it's holding against the Panthers.
So they're going to mark that off from the line of scrimmage. Fourth penalty of the ball game for the Panthers will bring up first down and 20 from the Panther 13 rather. So 2.5 and counting here in the first half. Getting the play call from head coach Greg Neese. Panthers coming into tonight 3-0. Trotter out of the gun, offset by both running backs. Going to hand off straight up the middle, and that is going to lose yet another yard. I didn't see who.
Seeing who it is coming off the turf there.
It is
That
Delo.
is Thomas Delo.
9 carries, 55 yards for De La O. Brings up second down and 21.
The Panthers doing more on the ground tonight than we've seen. Usually it's more of a balanced attack for them.
Trotter gets the play call. 7 seconds remaining on the play clock. Is going to have to hurry. Head coach Greg Neese is looking at the play clock and calls timeout before the delay of game. Minute 25 remaining here in the first half. As we're going to keep it here.
Yeah, this game is going super, super fast, or at least the first half has. And we're going to mention the second quarter sponsor, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, 409-267-3106. Or you can go online and visit them at anbank.net. As I was talking about earlier, the Anahuac Panther offense usually having a more balanced attack that we've seen instead of tonight where it's been more ground and pound. But 638 rushing yards on the year for the Panthers and 557 yards passing gives them a total of 1195, and they're averaging almost 400 yards per game, Alex, which makes them the number one offense in the district through preseason. So, I mean, that's definitely something that jumped off the page to me. When you talk about the Anahuac Panthers, it was more about their defense than it was offensively.
No, absolutely. The defense has been rock solid, but the offense has been putting up very good numbers. Trotter out of the gun is going to set up a screen to Coates, and that was not good. A loss of 6.
Well, they tried this. I think they were trying to set up that bubble screen, and it just got busted up completely.
Now it's going to be third down in Wallaceville for the Panthers to achieve the first down. Yep. So we'll tick under a minute remaining here in the first half.
They have to go almost 30 yards to get the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the Panthers 6. Line to achieve would be the 33.
Trying to figure out, going to reset the clock. It's going to be reset to 105.
Told you to roll it. Had some game clock miscommunication, but they will start it along with the play clock at 25 seconds. Trotter gets the play call from head coach Greg Neese. We'll see what they have drawn up for third down and 28. Trotter from his goal line, out of the gun, looking downfield, going downfield, was looking for Cunningham.
And it was a good pass.
It was
felt
a good
like
pass.
They led him well. I think Cunningham just kind of turned his head to it just for a second there and lost track. But nonetheless, they're going to have to punt it away deep in their own territory, which is going to put De La O close to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he has enough room down there to get to his normal length. We saw it last week against St. Augustine where the punter did not have enough room, and the Panthers special teams was able to get in and get a safety.
It's super important to get a good snap here.
Delo gets the kickoff quick.
No.
He gets taken out, and I think that's going to be roughing. This is going to be roughing the kicker this time.
Yeah, that one hurt him for sure a little bit. I mean, slow to get up, but it is going to be roughing the kicker.
And that'll be an automatic first down.
Well, that's a huge break for the Panther offense, which couldn't get anything going on that possession.
And, personal foul variety. Second penalty for 20 yards for the Hornets, and the Panthers get a big break.
So
that'll breathe new life into the
definitely
drive.
Will.
Back to the 20-yard line for the Panthers.
And Thomas Delo is leading the district currently in punting, averaging almost 50 yards per punt. I was going to mention that earlier.
We have seen him absolutely boom some punts this year.
Yeah, 62 yards for his longest.
Trotter under center is going to roll to the near side. Looking downfield for Coates is going to be incomplete. We'll bring up second down and 10 with 36 seconds remaining here in the first half. Not as much scoring as we've been used to during homecoming.
Right, and I mean that has a lot to do with clock management. And, even though Hardin hasn't put one into the end zone yet, they've done an excellent job of taking care of the clock and preventing this Anahuac offense from being on the field.
Pistol formation. Behind him is Richardson. He's going to pass it, and it's going to be almost intercepted. Cunningham gets waylaid out of nowhere, and there is no flags down. I mean, the ball was not catchable to Cunningham, and he got absolutely taken out.
Yeah, he got on his blind side there, and I don't know, it must have not felt like it was flag worthy.
That's going to bring up third down and 10 with 31 seconds remaining. Head coach Greg Neese is not happy. He's asking where the penalty is. Pitch is going to go near side across the 25, looking for the 30. He's going to pick up enough for the first down, but we're going to have a flag in the backfield. We'll see what it is. As it stands right now, it's a pickup of 13 and a first down, but it's going to be holding against the Panthers. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and we'll back them back up to their own 10. Fifth penalty for 35 yards against the Panthers.
So another big play, unfortunately, erased there off of a penalty.
I think at this point the Panthers would be happy to get into the half.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like last week. I mean, it seemed like there were a rhythm in that first possession, but somehow the Hornets have been able to just knock them off of their concentration.
Handoff straight up the middle is going to pick up a couple for Richardson, but that's going to be the last play of the first half. As your score heading into halftime is Anahuac leading Hardin 6-0 on your Gore Propane scoreboard, as we'll be back after this with the halftime show on Anahuac Sports Live.
Want to know Anahuac's best kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD.
Gore Propane, family owned and operated by Jimmy and Renee Gore, has been servicing Chambers and surrounding counties since 1998. Gore Propane is the go-to company for all your propane needs, offering competitive pricing, tank sales, lease, residential and commercial propane sales, and bottling. They also offer automatic route and will call propane delivery for your convenience. Senior and veterans discounts available. Call Gore Propane today at 409-389-2245. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, the 2023 Texas Gator Fest, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated,
helping his Thea around the house, taking care of his cousins, and playing video games. Jesus is also a member of the student council. Jesus' future plan is to graduate high school and become a tattoo artist. Our freshman Duchess is Miss Lexi Grace Lawson. She is the daughter of English and Jason Henneke and Willie and Pepper Lawson. Lexi has one brother, Logan. Miss Lawson is an honor student, a varsity cheerleader, member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and the Beautification Committee. Lexi also participates in FFA in career and leadership. After high school, Lexi plans to attend college and follow in her mother's footsteps as a teacher. Lexi's biggest aspirations are for her mom and stepdad. They're always there when she needs them and do whatever she needs to make her happy. They push her to be the best version of herself daily. And thank you, Taylor Swift, for always having a song for every occasion. Is Richard S. Smith III, better known as Trey. He is the son of Richard and Amanda Smith. Trey has two brothers, Leroy and Jalen, and one sister, Jasmine. Trey is involved in the sports of basketball and cross country. He also is involved in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Trey's future plans are to attend the University of Houston to obtain a degree in business and marketing while playing basketball for the Houston Cougars. Our sophomore Duchess is Miss Ray Andrews, #RayRay. Miss Andrews is the daughter of Daniel and Mandy Andrews. Ray has two sisters, Aubrey and Ainsley, and one brother, Jake. Ray is an active youth member of the First Baptist Church, a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Spanish Club, and competes in powerlifting, soccer, and track. Ray's future plans are to become a diagnostic medical sonographer. She also wants everyone to know she is Coach Stewart's favorite. Our junior Duke is Daniel Chavez. He's the son of Joey and Candace Chavez. Daniel's siblings include his brother Sammy, two dogs, and a cat that absolutely adore him. And of course, Clay Witherspoon. Mr. Chavez is involved in ag mechanics, and when he's not at the shop or at school, He enjoys working for Swope Cattle Company, learning the different aspects of the agricultural industry in our area. Daniel also enjoys hunting, boating, and most of all, spending time with his family. After graduating, Daniel plans to attend college to obtain a degree in process technology and start a career in the oil and gas industry. Daniel then intends to irresponsibly waste his money on big trucks, fast cars, and boats. Our junior Duchess is Miss Kayla Curl. She's the daughter of Charlene Russell. Kayla has two brothers, Jonathan Russell Jennings and Ladarius Leday, and one sister, Jana. Miss Curl is the Lieutenant Colonel for the Pantherettes. She's a member of the National Honor Society, the Black History Club, Nu Alpha Theta, and a 3-year member of the Pride of Anahuac Marching Band. Outside of school, Miss Curl is a member of the AV crew at Sweet Home Baptist Church. Kayla's plans after high school are to join the Navy, although she says she's kind of scared though. Our first King candidate is Mr. Tristan Delao, aka Batman. He's the son of Brisky Delao and Ryan Cook. Tristan's honorary guardians are Lancelot and Stacy Majors. Tristan's siblings are Brady, Canyon, Thomas, Cyan, Valen, and Jesselie. Mr. Delao is a member of the varsity football team, the varsity basketball team, and track. He's a member of the Leo Club, Black History Club, the Beautification Committee, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Tristan plans to graduate high school and possibly join the military service, further his education, and serve his community as Batman. Mr. Delao is escorting our first Queen candidate, Miss Mariana Sandoval. Mariana is the daughter of Jose and Claudia Sandoval. Mariana's siblings are Jalissa, Rebecca, and bonus sister Micaiah Richardson. Miss Sandoval is a member of the National Honor Society, Nu Alpha Theta, Spanish Club, Black History Club, and the Student Council. She competes for our varsity volleyball team, the varsity basketball team, soccer team, and runs track. In the near future, Mariana plans to attend Texas State and major in broadcast journalism. She may also attend a junior college first to play basketball. Our second King candidate is Mr. Sherwood Garrett Dye. Garrett is the son of Clay and Shannon Dye. He also has one older brother, Cade. Mr. Dye competes on our varsity football team, varsity baseball team, and track. He's also a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. After graduating high school, Garrett plans to attend Lee College and earn a degree in process technology. Mr. Dye is escorting Miss Sonia Ann Hancomer. Miss Hancomer is the daughter of Les and Tish Hancomer. She has one brother, Taylor, and one sister, Kate. Sonia is a member of the sports medicine program and is an athletic trainer. She also is a member of the Student Council, National Honor Society, Future Farmers of America, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Miss Hancomer's future plans are to attend Texas A&M and major in athletic training with a minor in dietary sciences. Our third King candidate is Mr. Brooks Campbell Henneke. He is the son of Cullen and Brandy Henneke. He has one sister, Callie Jo. Mr. Henneke competes for our varsity football team, varsity basketball team, varsity baseball team, and UIL academic team. He is a member of the Student Council and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Brooks also participates in the Chick-fil-A Leadership Club. When Mr. Henneke graduates from high school, he plans to attend college and pursue a career in sports marketing. Mr. Henneke is escorting Miss Madeline Jean Anderson. She's the daughter of Miguel and Kristen Anderson. Miss Anderson has two siblings, Chloe and Case. Madeline is the varsity cheer captain, the National Honor Society president, the Mu Alpha Theta historian, a member of Student Council, Spanish Club, and the Future Farmers of America. She also participates on the UIL academic team. In the near future, Miss Anderson will attend the Texas Women's University and obtain her bachelor's degree in nursing, and then get her master's degree. Our final King candidate is Mr. Dakota D-Train Hennigan. He's the son of Jared and Morgan Hennigan. Dakota has one brother, Colton. Mr. Hennigan is the best football manager in the 409 and is our #1 hype man. Dakota plans to go to school to become a culinary teacher. Mr. Hennigan is escorting Miss Brenda Garcia. She's the daughter of Juan and Remedios Garcia. Brenda's siblings are her sweet dog, Albie Alfredo Garcia, and her soul sister, Brielle Christensen. Miss Garcia is the two-time Spanish Club president, two-time Mu Alpha Theta secretary, two-time Leo Club vice president, the National Honor Society reporter, a member of the Black History Club, three-time band section leader, is the Pantherette chaplain, a member of the UIL academic team, and a youth leader in Our Lady of the Lights Church Youth Ministry. She also plays for the tennis team. Miss Garcia's future plans are to attend the University of Texas at Austin to earn her degree in radio, television, and film, and become a sports photographer. Brenda would like her parents to know she's incredibly grateful for them and the family who are here supporting her tonight. Our crown bearer this evening is Mr. Hank Chester Humphrey. He is the son of Justin and Samantha Humphrey. Hank has one sister, Riley, and a brother, Max. Hank enjoys playing outside with his siblings, riding his horse, Shorty, working cows with his dad, or barbecuing with his uncles. Hank loves having Nerf wars with his dad and cuddling with his mom. He loves sweets, especially honey buns, but his favorite food is his mom's gumbo. When Hank grows up, he wants to be a cowboy. Our flower girl is Miss Jasper Lux Hillier. She's the daughter of Brandon and Lauren Hillier. She has a sister, Emma, and a brother, Hudson. Jasper enjoys dancing, shopping, getting her nails done, and singing her favorite songs. She loves going to school and learning with her best friends. Her favorite toys are her baby dolls and Barbies, and she loves fixing her mom and dad's hair. When Miss Jasper grows up, she wants to be a hairdresser. Hank and Jasper are being escorted tonight by our 2022 Homecoming Queen, Madison Cooper. Madison is pursuing her dream by working at the Public Health Department as a public health clerk and attending online classes at San Jacinto College to pursue her degree in radiology. And now, for the moment we have all been waiting for. Your 2023 Homecoming King is Brooks Hennigan! And the new 2023 Homecoming Queen is Mariana Sandoval! Thank you all for coming tonight, and we are honored you came to the 2023 Anahuac Homecoming. Let's go, Panthers!
Forever. Oh, welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live in the Chambers Health halftime show. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, and Kyla Hart is upstairs taking care of the camera for us tonight. Got a little rough start for the stream tonight, Alex, as we were having some technical problems, but it wouldn't be an Anahuac Sports Live broadcast without something technical happening. But nevertheless, we got it up, we got it running, and it's the first half is gone by in a blink of an eye.
No, absolutely, and unfortunately for us, they decided to do all their offense early in the first quarter before we were able to come on, as the Panthers got the ball first after the Hornets deferred the coin toss after they won it. Anahuac drove 67 yards in 5 plays. They took 1:55 off the clock, and it was a Trotter to Cunningham touchdown from 24 yards out, as Cunningham made one heck of a play as he kept churning, kept fighting, and was able to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion was no good, and that leads to your score at the half, 6-0.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know what you don't have much stats.
There was 2 drives by the Hornets in the first half and 3 drives from the Panthers. So, you brought up the stat with the Panthers leading the district in offense. The Hornets on their end did a fantastic job of executing their game plan in limiting the number of possessions that the Panthers got.
Well, we've seen, and this is not something new as far as the Panther defense being able to contain a offensive scheme like this. We saw them face Orangefield, who runs a slot T. It's very similar to the wing T. We saw them face Franklin in the playoffs, who runs a slot T to almost perfection. Mm-hmm. And the Panther defense seems to have a little bit trouble containing that kind of run style. Hardin Hornets running a wing T tonight. They pound the football. Kabeska is a downhill runner. He lowers his shoulder, carries a pile with him, but also Ibarra is doing the same thing. You said Jones has gotten a couple of carries as well, and the Panther defense is going to have to make a huge adjustment up front and better pursue, especially on the edges whenever they do these end arounds, to try and limit the time on the field that the Hardin Hornets have.
No, absolutely. In fact, looking at the Hornet statistics as we have them, it's Riley Kabeska, who's got 7 carries for 26 yards. Trevor Jones, the sophomore, has 4 carries for 25. It's Josue Ibarra, who's got 5 carries for 16 yards. Hunter Whitehead, the sophomore quarterback, has got a couple carries for 3. And it was Landon Ponton, who has a carry for a loss of 1. No passes in the first half for the Hornets. They did have 2 penalties for 15 yards, 6 first downs. They went 3 for 5 on 3rd down and 0 for 1 on 4th down. Again, only 2 possessions. They have run, let's see here, 18 plays in that first half with no points to show for it. As for the Panthers, Thomas DeLao leads the way, 9 carries, 55 yards. Unfortunately, did take a roughing the kicker hit on the punt late in the first half. The rest of the way out went to Richardson after that. but only 2 carries for Richardson for 6 yards, 1 carry for Dye for 6 yards, and a loss of 6 for Trotter. Trotter started off 4 for 4 before going 1 for 5 in his last 5 attempts. So 5 of 9 for Trotter for 60 yards and a touchdown. 3 of those receptions going to Quandre Coates for 34 yards. The touchdown reception going to Talon Cunningham for 24. And then a screen that was set up for De La O. The first play of the ball game that went for 2 yards, 5 penalties, 35 yards against the Panthers. Have them down for 6 first downs. Nope, that's actually 7. I did not count the penalty there late in the first half. 7 first downs. They're 1 for 3 on 3rd down and 1 for 2 on 4th down. And in a nutshell, that's really the way the first half has gone. Not much offense. A lot of ball control, even out of the Panthers, who we saw a healthy dose of runs from in the first half.
More so this week than we've seen the first 3 games that we've talked about the Panther offense. Like I said, they usually keep a more balanced attack as far as the pass and the run is concerned. But the other part of the equation that we've talked about the Panthers offensively is that they've been a second half team. It's usually a slow start through the first half, and that's happened especially the last 2 games where they've come out in the second half, made their adjustments that they need to, and scored the bulk of their points in that second half. However, there was a lot more time on the field for the Panther offense to do that, and if they want that time on the field, the defense is going to have to step up, as I mentioned earlier, to try and contain the Hardin Hornets and get them off the field so that they can have more opportunities.
Now, those 2 games you're talking about, the victory last week over St. Augustine 46-26 and the victory over New Waverly the week before that. And like you said, in both occasions, the second half, the offense came out. It had a fire lit under them. Be interesting to see how it comes this week, as Hardin will be receiving the first half kickoff to begin the second half kickoff to begin the second half. Looking at scores from around the area, what do you have, Trent?
Well, I got Lumberton leading Tatum 37-7 there in the third quarter. Over there, Cold Spring all over Huntington 48-0 in the third. Dayton is currently leading Santa Fe 43-14, and Newton at halftime is destroying the Warren Warriors 45-0. Galena Park North Shore is, no surprise there, leading Beaumont United 42-0. Barbers Hill up by a touchdown 21-14 at halftime over LaPorte. The Diboll Lumberjacks, a game that was in our pick'ems this week, leading Woodville Eagles. So I don't know if Woodville's a little bit banged up maybe over the last couple of weeks, or if they weren't as everybody was hyping them up to be, but Diboll is definitely a good football team as well. That's a district that we watch very closely as we get in closer to the playoffs.
Well, and that's some of the things that we've talked about the first 3 ball games is no one in this district has really separated themselves, and that goes even to the start of district today.
Well, in either District 9 or 10, it's just kind of been up in the air about who's going to lead the charge, and neither district has really produced someone that we're saying, okay, that team right there is going to win outright. Port Neches Groves has finally scored a touchdown 7-0 over Fort Bend there in the fourth quarter over there. Things are moving fast, it seems like, around the area as far as game times are concerned. Baytown Sterling trailing Port Arthur Memorial 24-3. Crockett has finally put some numbers on the board, 22-13. Shepherd leads that one. Katy all over Maid Creek 52-0 at halftime. Lovelady is leading Jewett 16-0, and here's another one that's surprising, and I think that's Orangefield Bobcats have kind of sandbagged through the preseason. They lead Buna 28-0 at halftime.
And that is a team that Anahuac has struggled with the last few years, so will be interesting to see that district matchup. Want to thank Chambers Health for sponsoring the halftime show. I think they had a special message that they wanted to talk about here.
And let me get to it. But yeah, we appreciate Chambers Health and sponsoring the halftime show here at Kyle White Stadium. Chambers Health is your local healthcare organization offering essential health and wellness programs and services. Primary care facilities known as Chambers Health Centers are community-based health care facilities that provide comprehensive primary care and preventive care, including medical, dental, and mental health programs and services for all. So if you have any medical needs, go and visit Chambers Health or any of their facilities in the area.
Definitely appreciate them sponsoring on Anahuac Sports Live, especially the halftime show. We're going to take our final break of the halftime show, as we will be back with the second half of action after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart here from Kyle White Field, as we are set for the second half of action. The Panthers are going to be teeing it up and kicking it off to the Hornets. Trent, like you said, the Panthers have been a second half team. We're going to have to see a little bit more offense here in the second half to make sure that they come out of this with a victory.
Well, as much numbers as I have in front of me, I wish I knew how much yardage came in the second half for the Panthers and how many points they've scored just in the second half over their last 3 games. They have been so far a second half team. But like as I mentioned in the halftime show, they're going to have to really buckle down defensively and contain the run game of the Hardin Hornets.
So teams are coming back onto the field. Hope everybody enjoyed our coverage of homecoming here 2023. Congratulations to the homecoming court. We've got the middle school cheerleaders joining the varsity cheerleaders. In fact, they might have the third quarter here for the home crowd. Great turnout tonight for the Anahuac faithful.
Yeah, stands are absolutely full here as I'm looking down over the sea of fans.
So it is Jonas Texum who has it teed up at the 40 as he's going to get under it. End over end kick is going to fall to the 20. Across to 25, 30, cuts it upfield, 35, flags all over the place.
It's a man in the helmet.
He comes down to the 38, and we'll see what the flags are for. Looks like the back judge and the head referee saw the same thing.
I mean, he threw that flag hard. I mean, it traveled at least 15, 20 yards.
I've seen some passes not get thrown that far. So it was a push in the back.
Nonetheless, it went against the Hornets, and that'll give them probably the worst field position they've had all night.
So starting at their own 18. It's Whitehead under center. 3 backs, and he's going to get punished at the line of scrimmage. Getting him back there, was that Kelly? Tyler Kelly it was. Stuffed him in the backfield, brings up second down and 10.
And Tyler Kelly leading the defense for the Panthers. Trying to scroll. There it is. He has 31 total tackles. Is Tyler Kelly as he makes his way up the stat list. Followed closely behind by Garrett Dye with 28.
Second down and 10 for the first time. I see 2 wide here for the Hornets. pass back or toss is going to go to Kizbeka.
Big hit there by Quandre Coates coming up in the middle.
It's going to be a pickup of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. 9 carries, 28 yards for Kibesca.
And if the Panthers can get a 3 and out here, they can do exactly what I was saying that they needed to do coming into this half.
Hornets have converted 2 3rd down and 8s. Panther defense going to try to limit it to just those 2. 3 backs is going to hand it off inside to Ibarra. Ibarra is going to fight his way forward, and he is not going to get there.
About 3 short.
He's going to get 6. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 2.
4th and 2.
6 carries, 22 yards for Ibarra. And it does look like the special teams is coming onto the field for the Hornets. That will send Cunningham back to receive the punt from Kibesca.
A big 3 and out for the Panther defense to start off the second half here. Let's see if they can produce anything out of it on the offensive side.
Snapback and a sky-high punt is going to go about 6 yards.
It didn't. Did it touch him? I don't think it touched him.
The punt got to the line of scrimmage.
It's kind of like a deja vu what we saw last week.
It is.
It went straight up in the air and came straight back down. So what are the chances of us seeing that kind of thing happen 2 weeks in a row?
I mean, that was sky high. And they're going to say that it did touch Anahuac.
So it touched him. Like, I wish I had and I didn't touch the replay soon enough. Let's see if it caught the tail end of it here. And I didn't get it quick enough, but
wow,
amazing, because it landed close to him, but I didn't see it bounce off the leg. However,
I don't know how they could. That ball made no movement whatsoever. So the Hornets get the ball back with 9.5 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Will reset a new drive with them starting from their own 29.
That was a huge break for the Hornets.
Whitehead under center. Kibesca, Ibarra, and Jones in the backfield. Flag before the play. We'll see if it was a false start. And it is. 3rd penalty of the ball game that's 4th actually. For 30 yards for the Hornets. Will bring up 1st down and 15.
Still just kind of racking my brain on how they saw that ball. I mean, to me, it just came straight off the turf and bounced backwards. But, from up here, it looks a little different.
Whitehead's going to get it to Ibarra. Ibarra's going to be met in the backfield, and we'll see where they mark it. But it was Baylor Lanferman getting back there, and they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 15.
And Baylor Lanferman with 22 total tackles for him. He is the 3rd in line on this defense all over the field, the senior. 4 of them for a loss, and he'll add a 5th to it right there.
So 2nd down and 15. Hornets taking their time, which was kind of surprising. They got that punt away with roughly 18 seconds left on the play clock. They're not even to the line of scrimmage with 5 seconds on the play clock. And they're going to get it away in the nick of time. This is going to go to Jones, and Jones is going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage as well.
Tyler Kelly over the top. Not sure who was on the bottom of that.
Want to thank Mr. Kelly for putting me in a fantastic TikTok this past week. I think that's my first TikTok appearance of my life.
Which Mr. Kelly? The dad or the son? I doubt it was Kenny on TikTok.
Well, he posted it, so okay. I give him the credit.
Kevin has helped us out here last year at the Buna game.
So once again, 3rd down and 15 here, and it's going to be a scrum. I don't think they're going to pick up 15 on a scrum. They're going to give him a yard.
Wow, that's pretty crazy that the whistle wasn't blown a little sooner than that. But they're letting them play, so I can't complain about that either.
So after the pickup of 1 from Whitehead, that's going to be 4th down and 14, and Kebezka sets back to punt once more after his punt of 0 on the last attempt.
Hopefully it travels a little further this time.
Talon Cunningham back deep for the Panthers. Kebezka has been a little slow getting the punt away.
Much better that time.
Cunningham's going to watch it bounce and take a Hornet bounce. Bounce at the 47. It's going to come to rest at the 41, as that is where the Panthers will set up shop here with 6:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Want to thank our 3rd quarter sponsor, Chambers County Abstract Company. You can reach them at 409-267-6262, ccac.net on the web.
Definitely a shout out to Chambers County Abstract, and of course the voice of the Panthers to our right in the next box over, guy Robert Jackson.
So Anahuac's first possession here, the second half, will be from their own 41. Moving right to left, pitch back, De La O is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Panthers in their black jerseys, white trousers, gold lettering and numerals, white helmets, and their AP logo on the side.
Showing to be still the first quarter in East Chambers. That has got to be lagging on the score, so anxious to see what the update is there in winning.
Nice paltry 82 degrees outside. Flagpoles are completely still. Quick toss to Cunningham, 45, midfield, is going to get out of bounds, and it's going to pick up 12 on the quick pass and catch. Move the chains, 1st down.
And quickly back to the line. Panthers getting reset, trying to keep the Hornet defense off balance.
Pitch right, Dye is going to pick up. They're going to give him 1. We'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Second carry of the ball game for Dye for 7 yards.
So it is actually halftime in East Chambers. Got the update. Kirbyville leading 24-0.
Toss
24-6.
Or handoff straight up the middle is going to go back to Dye. Nope, that's De La O. With a pickup of 5. Brings up 3rd down and 4. 60 yards on 11 carries for De La O. Going to get it quickly again. Is going to pick up 3. Will bring up 4th down and 1.
Yeah, they're moving the chains.
Give them 4. And the 1st down. I don't mind being wrong there. 1st down and 10 from the Hornet. 37-yard line. Trotter's going to come under center from the near hash. 2 wide to the near side. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, has Dye at the 30. 25, down the sideline he goes. 15 is going to get taken out of bounds at the 14.
There's a great fake play there from Trotter in the backfield. If I can get the replay off. You see faking the handoff, bootlegging over to his right and hopping over and gets it to Dye. Was able to get it inside the 15. So one of the bigger plays for the Anahuac Panther offense tonight.
After the play, the flag came in. We're going to see who it is against. That's 100 yards through the air for Trotter. Dead ball personal foul is going to be against the Panthers. So that's going to take away 15 yards. Will remain first down and 10, except it puts them back at the 29.
And another useless penalty on the Panthers there. I mean, I don't know how many big plays like that have been erased from mistakes.
From the far hash. We're going to have timeout on the field. And it's the Panthers taking their first timeout of the second half. We'll take it with them. 4:46 remaining in the third quarter. Panthers still lead at 6-0. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Jerry's Oysters is a 3-generation family-owned and operated business located on Galveston Bay since 1970. Offering fresh, hand-shucked, and in-shell oysters year-round, Jerry's Oysters are available at your local H-E-B, or you can make a visit to their location in Smith Point, Texas. Locally sourced, high-quality, wild-caught, where our world is your oyster. For more information, call 409-355-2243 or go to jerrysoysters.com. Coastal Field Services, Southeast Texas' go-to company for right-of-way mowing, land clearing, site preparation, industrial commercial herbicide application, and industrial commercial site ground maintenance. No matter what your property maintenance or clearing needs are, you can rely on the professionals at Coastal Field Services. For more information, call 832-900-9800 and visit them at coastalfieldservicesllc.com.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyle Hart back here. First down and 10 from the 29 of the Hornets. Quick toss is going to come out to the left side. Breaks a tackle, stays in bounds. That's Henneke. Henneke is going to get to the 25. It's going to be a pickup of 4. Brings up second down and 6.
Well, he was able to get a couple more yards out of that just by tiptoeing on the sideline down here.
Trotter under center. Lone setback is De La. He's going to get the pitch around the right side. Being met in the backfield. Is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up third down and 6. 13 carries for 64 yards for Thomas De La. As the Hornet defense has done pretty well, minus that first drive of the ball game against the Panthers.
No, they've done an excellent job, and you can see that they've done their homework on this Panther offense. And, I mean, the clock continues to tick, and you got to think we're running out of opportunity, but fake and a keeper.
Trotter is going to get taken out after a pickup of 2. I'll bring up fourth down. And a long 3, short 4. Might be just out of range of field goal. Let's see, that would be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Yeah, I don't think they're going to attempt that.
Probably not. Trexham, the Viking, he's not tested yet as far as the field goals is concerned, but I'm kind of anxious to see how long he can get it.
1 second on the play clock. They get it off, put the ball on the turf.
It's turned over.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs either way. Was recovered by someone who is not on our roster. Hornets number 51. Nonetheless, the Hornet defense wins again with 2:40 remaining in the third quarter. They will have the ball at their own 24. Let's see. Silsby tying it up with West Orange Stark. Kirbyville really laying it on East Chambers. Pitch is going to go to a new running back into the game. Is going to pick up 2 for the That was 21, right?
I didn't see the number.
Unless my eyes deceived me. Which I do wear glasses, so they have for a lot of years. So that's a pickup of 2, brings up 2nd down and 8.
Yep, 21.
It was 21?
I believe so.
Yeah. Whitehead under center is going to go back to 21. And breaking tackles and picking up enough for the first down. Needed 8, picks up 9, moves the chains, first down for the Hornets.
There's a few on our roster not on there.
Yeah. If you are watching from Hardin and know the number 21, feel free to let us know in the chat. First down and 10 for the Hornets from the 35. 90 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Panther defense has been out there a lot here in the third quarter. Pitchback is going to go back around and end up back to number 21. He's going to lose a yard. Will bring up 2nd down and 11.
I believe that's. Yeah, no, that was not Dye on the stop. It was actually Baylor Lanferman getting the big stop there. So 2nd down and 11.
From the Hornet 34, taking their time.
They are not in a hurry, that's for sure.
That is the way head coach Chad Taylor likes it for his Hornet offense and has been his MO at the stops before. Busted play is going to get taken down in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 4 on the play as a busted play for Whitehead. And that will be the last play of the third quarter as the Hornets are going to take it to the 4th. So moving to the 4th quarter, it's Anahuac 6, Hardin nothing, as we invite you to stick around for the 4th and final quarter of play. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
And welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live. Trent Hart, Alex Outram, and Kyla Hart up above us taking care of the camera duties tonight. Shout out to Zachary Reed giving us the number 21 for the Hardin Hornets. Xander Woods is number 21. Thank you, Zachary, for commenting in the chat with that.
So Woods, 3 carries, 9 yards here, but now a 3rd down and 15 as they're going to unload it downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Talon Cunningham.
So let's go back and watch that play. Kind of a pitch back in the backfield. And a halfback pass, and it only pass that they have made all night long, and it ends up in the hands of Talon Cunningham. So under pressure, had to throw off of his back foot, and while he was falling.
His 3rd reception of the ball game, his first on defense tonight. Sets the Panthers up pretty good field position at their own 42-yard line with 11:53 remaining in the ball game.
Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, even with the mishaps that we were having in the first quarter. Of course, all of the Hardin Hornet fans watching and all of our Anahuac faithful.
Trotter, pitch right to Henneke. Henneke.
That's actually...
Nope, that was Edmonds?
No.
Where am I going?
That is Camden Wilson on
That
the
is
carry.
Camden Wilson.
His first carry of the night. I was wondering, he was suited up, and he's had a little injury bug. So good to see him back on the field.
Pick up a 2 brings up 2nd down and 8. Well, pick up a 3, rather. 2nd down and 7. Trotter sets back, unloads downfield for Cunningham, and is going to be incomplete as he sent the ball into double coverage. And there's going to be a flag against the Hornets as Corey Newkirk, the senior, added a little bit of chatter after the play. So that's going to be 15 yards against the Hornets. 5th penalty for 45 yards, and that's going to be a first down into Hornet territory for the Panthers.
Well, throwing in a double coverage there, I mean, Trotter had a good beam on that. Covered a lot of ground. So it is an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Hornets, automatic first down. But, we've said it, when Trotter sets his feet, he can really get a lot behind that football, and we saw it on that particular play, even though he threw it into coverage. Ended up getting a first down out of it anyway.
First down and 10 from the Hornet 40. In between the hashes. 2 backs behind. Trotter rolling right.
Great
block. Has time. Throws on the run. It's going to be in and out of the hands of Quandre Coates.
I tell you what, that was a great block by Ezekiel Frere in the backfield to give Trotter a little bit more time as he was rolling out here to the near side. Another flag on the play.
I think it was offsides.
Yeah, you saw one of their linebackers come up to the line of scrimmage, and I think he got into the neutral zone as it is going to go against the Hornets.
6th penalty of the ball game against the Hornets for
offsetting.
So take that off the scorecard. Offsetting penalties will make it first down and 10 as they will replay the down. So Trotter getting the play call from head coach Greg Neese, directing traffic.
I was watching down here as Dye checked into the game, and Tyler Kelly was in right behind him. And I was kind of like, well, what is happening here? I don't normally see Kelly go in on offense, and I think he was a little disappointed that he wasn't.
De La O, the lone setback behind Trotter. Pitch is going to go in the round to K.J. Moore, across the 40, across the 35, down the sideline he goes. Is going to get pushed out of bounds at the 30. That's going to be a pickup of 10. Move the chains, first down.
So that pitch to De La O in the reverse back to K.J. Moore as the Anahuac Panther offense is starting to find a little something here in the 4th.
First down and 10 from the Hornet 30. Panthers quickly to the line. Pitch left to De La O. De La O is getting some hard-earned yards tonight. Pick up a 1, brings up 2nd down and 9, 14 carries, 65 yards.
And definitely hard-earned because they've been keying in on him all night. Had a little over 50 yards in the first half, but they've really adjusted on the Hornets' defensive side and not allowed him to get much on the ground. But De La O a little over 300 yards on the year so far.
Second down and 9 from the Hornet 29. Trotter under center. Delay handoff is going to have room across the 25, 20. De La O down to the 15, and they're going to give him the 14.
Making sure there's no flags because that has been a something that has plagued De La O on big yardage gains is the flags and having to bring it back, but moving the chains and getting it inside the 20 for the Panthers.
Pick up a 15. Puts them at 80 yards on 15 carries. 13 first downs in the game for the Panthers.
And that delayed handoff really opened up a big hole for him to go through there.
Yeah, the Hornets had nobody at home to contain. Handoff straight up Broadway for De La O as he's going to muscle his way down to the 8. And that's going to be a pickup of 7. Second down and 3 inside the 10. Tyler Kelly does check in the offense now.
Okay.
Talon Cunningham checking out of the ball game.
Trying to see where he's lining up. Inside of Coates.
Yeah.
So he's bringing him in as a extra blocker.
The Hornets weren't ready for the play. They're going to call timeout. Their first here of the second half. We'll take it with them. With 9:14 remaining in the ball game, the Panthers are threatening. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
From custom processing, professional guided hunts, hide tanning, and gator merchandise, Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' premier choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game. Make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Visit them today at portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
Remaining in the ball game. The Panthers second down from the Hornet 8. Pitch right. Richardson is not going to be able to break a tackle, and he's going to get hit late, and that's going to be the second personal foul on Corey Newkirk on this drive, and that's going to be an automatic first down, half the distance to the goal.
Was borderline, late, but he was leading with his helmet as Richardson was coming down as he was being upended.
Personal foul against the Hornets. Hardin.
Sixth penalty of the ball game. They were so only a 4-yard penalty. Nonetheless, 6 penalties, 49 yards against the Hornets. More importantly, a first down and goal from the 4 for the Panthers. 9 minutes and counting in the ball game. De La O, the lone setback, pitch left, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, De La O, touchdown, Panthers.
Well, what a good set of plays and a drive by the Anahuac Panthers to finally get something going here with just under 9 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. And De La O is sniffing the century mark.
Point after from Garza. Trotter the holder. Kick is up. Kick is good. So with 8:50 remaining in the ball game, the Panthers extend their lead. They tack on another touchdown. 13-0's your score. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Hello, my name is Mark Poggles, and I'm the pastor at Community Christian Fellowship Church in Oak Island, Texas. I would like to personally invite you to join us for Bible study during the week and our church services on Sunday morning. We have a nursery for the little ones, and our church family will greet you with a smile on their face and a loving heart. Come and celebrate with us as we study God's Word and give Him all the praise and thanks He deserves. Hope to see you there. Take care and God bless. Go Panthers!
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyle Hart back here from Kyle White Field, where the Panthers add on to their lead. They now lead at 13-0 with 8:50 remaining in the ball game. 9 plays, drove 57 yards, took 3:03 off the clock. It was a 4-yard Thomas De La O run with an Oscar Garza point after. Your new score 13-0 on your Gore Propane scoreboard.
I want to thank the Beginning Mexican Grill, 508 Ross Sterling in Anahuac, 409-267-6198. They are open late tonight till 11 o'clock if you want to go by and grab you a bite to eat at the Beginning Mexican Grill.
Texum has it teed up at the 40, gets into it. Line drive is going to be taken at the 24. Across the 30, coming to the near side and
reversing his field.
Backtracking back is going to end up taken out at the 31.
Tripped up by Garrett Dye there.
Also want to thank our newest sponsor here on Anahuac Sports Live, Constable Precinct 5, Josh, Kayla, and family.
And it's not too late to get in on advertising here on Anahuac Sports Live. If you have a business or just personal, if you want to get in a shout out here and there, you can reach us 409-527-2949, or you can message us through our Facebook Messenger or email us at anahuacsportslive@gmail.com. Plenty of games left. We fully expect to make a couple of runs into the playoffs as we get closer to that. So just give us a call or a message, and we'll get you set up on some advertising.
I know the Kaylas are tuned in, so appreciate them listening. Handoff is going to go straight up the middle and picking up pretty good yardage on first down. Going to pick up 4 for Javion Watley, the sophomore. Brings up 2nd down and 6. Also want to thank Avery and Cade for tuning in to tonight's ball game. 8-10 and counting in the ball game.
And
from the Hornet 36.
Let's see if we can't get the scores updated, but shout out to Elmo, 35-0 Orangefield.
Watley across the 40 is going to pick up enough for the first down. Needed 6, picked up 7, moved the chains, first down for the Hornets. 2 carries for Javion Watley for 11 yards. First down and 10 from the 43.
So it's actually 35-6, Orangefield leading Buna in the third. Kirbyville all over East Chambers, 24-6.
Boy, Dieball all over Woodville.
Man, and that is a huge surprise. We're talking about getting a mulligan for our picks on the 5-9N Sports Show.
Boy, what a game in Port Arthur as they've gone final. Port Arthur, or in
Port Neches.
Port Neches, rather, as Port Neches has defeated Fort Bend Marshall 7-0.
And that completely, my picks are completely blown up this week. Completely.
Xander Woods with a pickup of 18.
That will definitely move Port Neches Groves up in the rankings on Dave Campbell's Texas high school football.
The Buffaloes from Marshall have really had no issues
Balls
whatsoever.
on the ground.
Jumping on it is Watley. Going to be a pretty good loss there, though, for the Hornets. Going to be a loss of 8.
55-0 Cold Spring.
7.
Another update in the chat by Elmo.
Loss of 7 brings up 2nd down and 17.
Well, we talked about mulligans as far as our district placement picks are concerned. You can tune in to the 5-9N Sports Show podcast. We do that Monday nights and usually drops on Monday morning. You can go back and catch up on past broadcasts. Find the link on our Facebook page to the 5-9N Sports Show podcast with myself, Craig Irwin, and Toby Tullis as we made our district predictions this past week. And, it's super important. Every district game is super important as we move forward. And, you can expect these games to be played a little tighter as we're seeing here tonight, 13-0 currently Anahuac, but also some surprises out there that we didn't necessarily were foreseeing, especially the Orangeville over Buna. Buna was playing really good football. They were rushing the ball really well, I think leading the district in rushing yards, where Orangeville hadn't been able to get a whole lot going on in the first 4 weeks of play. Kirbyville definitely been on a roll, getting reports out of East Chambers that they've had a few injury bugs go on, and they're trailing Kirbyville.
The interesting thing about both of those games is both teams coming in on the road and taking victories. Orangeville going into Buna, Kirbyville going into EC and spoiling their homecoming.
Right.
2nd down and 17 from the Panther 48. Pitch is going to go back to Watley, but before the play is going to be false start. 7th penalty for 54 yards against the Hornets. Makes it 2nd down and 22 back in Hornet territory.
And we'll be going over all of the area scores in our post-game show, so please stick around for that. The Title Services Incorporated post-game show, and we'll go over the stats for this game and some analysis before we move into next week.
2nd down, 22, fakes the toss and ends up handing it off, but it's going to be a loss of more. This is going to be a loss of 3, as that went to Woods. 5 carries, 24 yards.
I think there was a little confusion in the backfield on who the handoff was going to go to. A few collisions there as some of the blockers were pulling. So it resulted in a loss, 3rd down and 25. That's what I got, right?
We got
26.
26 on the scoreboard. Line to achieve is going to be the 31 of the Panthers. Slot T, or wing T rather, going to throw. Whitehead tosses it up, is going to be incomplete.
Getting a hand in on it was Brooks Henneke, I think that is.
Intended receiver was Javion Watley. That was Whitehead's first attempt at a pass in this ball game. Kabezka was the only other one who had attempted a pass for the Hornets. And that brings up 4th down and long. Hornets now 3 of 8 on 3rd down, as Kabezka sets back to punt it away. Cunningham back deep for the Panthers.
I think it's important that the Panthers try to make some
low snap.
I think that was offsides and roughing the kicker at the same time.
It will be interesting to see if it's roughing or running into.
Definitely offsides.
As they talk about it around the Hornet 45, stops the clock with 5:01 remaining in the ball game. So it's either going to be a pickup of 5. Special coaches here on the sideline are saying it was tipped. And it looks like he just explained that to head coach Chad Taylor of the Hornets.
Yeah,
and they might be waving this flag off. Nope, they're calling it a running into the kicker.
5-yard penalty, remaining 4th down.
So the 5-yard variety only makes it 2nd down and 21.
Or 4th down and 21.
That's what I meant.
So they'll re-kick. And I'm sure that after getting an earful, they won't do that again. And talking about the Panthers punt return team.
Will only be the 3rd possession here, the second half for the Panthers. Kabezka back to punt, low snap again. They don't go after it. He gets off a pretty good punt, bounces at the 20, bounces off of Cunningham at the 11, circles back, is going to cross the 15, avoids the tackle, 20, 25, 30. Down the sideline he goes. Helmet to helmet is going to get pushed out of bounds at the 35. The referee's marking it at the 36.
Let's see if I can't get in on the tail end of that. Big hit, helmet to helmet. Wasn't called down on the field as the punt was kind of muffed by Cunningham, started to the far side, reversing his field. And it was a foot race from there, and unable to bring him down was the would-be tackler. And dang, a big hit here on the near sideline as the Panthers will get it back with 4:47 remaining in the fourth quarter.
First down and 10 from the 36. And they're going to mark it at the 37. 4:47 remaining in the ball game. The Hornets only have one timeout remaining here in the ball game.
Looks like the Dayton Broncos got a win, 56-28. Thank you, Zachary, for the update in the chat.
Low snap, Trotter rolls right, is going to keep it himself across the 35, going to get pushed out of bounds at the 40.
Got a flag.
A late flag in the backfield, and you cannot be holding behind the play.
And that's exactly what happened there. You know, we talk about penalties, and it's been a real stickler for the Panthers so far this year.
Erase the gain on the rush by Trotter. Will be a 10-yard penalty. First down and 20 from the Panther 27.
And the Panthers have over 300 yards in penalties over the last 3 games, and that just continues to add to it. So their penalty average per game is sad, really. It really is.
7 penalties, 50 yards tonight. Handoff. De La O is going to be met after he picks up 1.
I think they're going to give him, well, back to the line of scrimmage, actually, is where the far, well, yeah.
Yeah, it was 1. He moved it up a yard already. 92 yards on 18 carries for De La O. Five seconds on the play clock.
Going to have to hurry. They're going to have to burn another timeout here.
And that is what is going to happen. Timeout Panthers, their second of the second half. 3:50 remaining. We'll take it with them back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com. Want to know Anahuac's best-kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun-boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics.
3:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Second down and 19. Long pass from Trotter, trying to connect with Cunningham. Can't connect. Will bring up third down and 19.
Well, he tried to pump fake to pull in some of the defensive backs toward the far sideline. The Hornets didn't bite, but it was well covered downfield.
8 of 14 for 104 yards through the air for Trotter tonight, including his touchdown that went to Cunningham. Clock stops with 3:44 remaining here in the ball game. Play clock down to 7. Going to have to hurry once more. Trotter under center, 2 setbacks. Henneke is going to get, or I do think that was Henneke.
Nope, that was Camden Wilson
Camden
again.
Wilson once more. Keep getting tricked on that. Pick up a 5 for Wilson, his second carry of the ball game. Getting his sea legs back under him as missed last week in a big portion of the New Waverly game as well. 4th down and 13 from the Panther 34. Hornets are going to have to score quick. Tyler Kelly's coming on late, and the Panthers are going to have to take a delay of game.
Well, some miscommunication on the changing of personnel down on the field.
8th penalty for 50 yards for the Panthers. Dalo back deep to handle the punting duties for the Panthers. High snap, gets it, and gets the kick underway. Bounces at the 41, is going to take a Panther bounce. Taken at the 31, in the grasp of the defender, was able to get away.
Well, that was Brooks Henneke, the first one down there, unable to hold on to the shoestrings to bring him down, but
Anthony Walters, the junior, was able to pick up some yardage. We do have a flag on the play.
So it's going to go against the Panthers, and they're going to say they're going to want a false start. They're going to repunt the ball. So another 5 yards added on to it.
9th penalty of the ball game for 60 yards against the Panthers. As what was a pretty quick first half has slowed down here in the second.
Another late check-in as Quandre Coates coming on, and a timeout is going to have to be called. And that will be Anahuac's final timeout. So unable to get on the same page are the Anahuac Panthers special teams. And we'll keep it here as they talk about it down on the field. 2:48 remaining. Panthers lead 13-0.
Oops, Orangefield scored again.
Wow, I mean that's definitely going to be a highlight topic of conversation come Monday in the 5-9N Sports podcast. I'm already getting texts that from my broadcast partners over there, Craig Irwin, Toby Tullis, that we definitely want mulligans on our district picks, as we think that Orangefield was kind of sandbagging through the preseason. Third quarter in East Chambers, 24-6 still over there. 29-6 die ball.
Wow.
Another topic of conversation that will be going round and round about.
Snap back. Punt is not as good as the first one, off the side of his foot.
47, I think.
They're going to – where's he going?
Don't know where he's going.
What is going on?
I don't know, but
I think he just took a guess. He's going to mark it at the 46.
Is that who I think it is on that sideline, Judge?
False start once more.
Another
Are
false
they going to have him re-kick it again?
They're going to kick it again.
That is great field position. Wow. So the false start is accepted. 10th penalty of the ball game for 65 yards.
So 4th down and Smith Point now.
Going to have to get to the Hart residence to pick up a first down.
That's no joke.
Dalo back deep to punt. Getting good practice here. This one is a much better punt. It's going to be taken at the Panther 48, and it's going to be taken down there.
Well, ended up with another flag down here on the near side.
Whoa.
Hold on. Need to chill out down there, I think, a little bit. Didn't see what happened.
Well, it was Newkirk, who's had some personal fouls, who was getting into it with the Panthers. And it might take some time.
Well, I wouldn't normally go to the replay, but I kind of want to see what happened there on the tail end of the punt return.
So you'll see at midfield there's something going down, and then someone comes in. It's Newkirk, and he gets taken down.
And the flags start flying, and everybody comes off the sidelines. And, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't normally go back to a play like that, but I was kind of curious as to what prompted everyone to lose their cool down there. So we got, see, 3 flags on the turf. I'm sure
could have been a lot more.
The first initial flag wasn't on the personal fouls that happened after the play. The first flag, I don't know if that may have been a block in the back or a hold down here close to the 40. But the referee crew is definitely trying to sort it out.
And this game has come to an absolute halt.
Yeah, and it has. A game that was going super fast, and we thought we might have been getting out of here, 9:30 is going to end up being around 10. But stick around for the Title Services post-game show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going over all of the scores in the area, a breakdown of this game, and a look towards next week as the Panthers will be facing Orangefield.
It's going to be
don't know offhand of what who Hardin's facing yet. I'll have to look at that schedule.
It's going to be interesting to see if there's any ejections with this. So there was holding on the punt, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Hardin as well, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Anahuac.
Those will offset.
And I guess they're going to take it this time instead of a re-kick.
Well, it was holding against Hardin.
Yeah.
And and I think instead of just keeping the cluster going on downfield, that we're just going to keep it as is.
So they mark off the 10, right? No, but they're going to? Okay. Because both of those penalties were dead ball, so you still mark off the infraction that was during the play. And that's what they're doing.
And they are. So they'll back the Hornets up to the 40.
So by having them re-kick, they lost 14 yards. They had the ball in Panther territory, and now they're starting back at their own 40. And wasted about another 30 seconds off the clock.
So going to get the chain set. So thank you, Elmo. So the Hornets will be facing Tarkington next week. Tarkington on a bye this week.
Pitch is going to go around the right side across the 45, is going to be taken down at the 50, is going to be a pickup at 10. We'll move the chains first down for Watley, his third carry for 21 yards.
And Elmo, I know you listen to the 5-9 Sports podcast, and we'll be talking all about what might have been overrated or a little bit more hyped from the preseason. As we talk about the teams in 9 and 10 3A, as well as teams from other districts from all around the Southeast Texas area.
First down and 10 from midfield for the Hornets. We'll tick under 2 minutes remaining. Handoff right side is going to pick up 3, and will get taken down there. I want to say it was Kabeska. And nope, it was Jones. Jones picks up 3, brings up second down and 7. His 6th carry for 28 yards.
Again, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Sounds like we got some Tarkington fans watching this game pretty closely, as Hardin will be facing them next week. Appreciate you tuning in.
One wide here for the Hornets. To the near side, under center's Whitehead. Whitehead's going to pitch it back, and being tackled forward. We'll probably give him a yard. We'll bring up 3rd down and 7. See who that was.
Now under a minute.
That was Woods. 6 carries, 25 yards. The Panthers are going to move to 4-0, 1-0 in district play. The Hornets are going to fall to 3-2, 0-1 to open up district play here. The Panthers are going to be victorious on homecoming once more. Third down. Pitch right is going to be with some room and then being taken down after a pickup of 5 was Watley. And that may have been the last play of the ball game.
It will be.
So the Panther faithful will count it down. And that will do it. As the siren goes off, it's final from Anahuac. The Panthers have defeated the Hornets 13-0. As we'll be back with the Title Services postgame show after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corp., Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, Borders Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, Insurance Agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac.
Does your driveway need that long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get your lot cleared and ready to build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here from Kyle White Field as we have gone final. Anahuac Panthers have defeated the Hardin Hornets 13-0. We welcome you to the Title Services postgame show. And Trent, while it wasn't a second half explosion that has happened the last few games for the Panthers, it was enough to get the job done, put up some more points, and move on to next week.
Right. I mean, we've talked about the Anahuac Panthers and being a little bit more of a second half ball club, but one score in the first half, another one in the second half. Really not the numbers that we were expecting to see out of this football game from the Anahuac Panthers. However, credit goes to the Hardin Hornets and the way that they were able to just milk the clock this entire football game. Even though they didn't get the win here tonight, you can definitely see vast improvement out of this Horns football team as opposed to last year. The new coaching staff for the Hornets has done an excellent job in getting them a little bit back on track. It'll be, very interesting to see how they contend with this district moving forward. They'll be facing a Tarkington team next week that is kind of a question mark, especially when it comes to what they exactly have. But however, the Anahuac Panthers have got Orangefield next week, and we kind of saw the Anahuac defense get exposed to this wing tee offense, and they're going to be facing an Orangefield team that runs a slot tee really, really well. And judging by the score that we saw come out of that game over there, the Panthers better, get it together come next week. They can't have a football game like they had tonight and expect to win against Orangefield and that run attack.
No, and we've covered the Orangefield Anahuac games the last few years, and Anahuac has not fared well against Orangefield. Looking at the stats as we have them, first for the Hardin Hornets, they moved to 3-2, 0-1 in district. Leading rusher was Riley Kubezka, as he had 9 carries for 28 yards. Jones had 6 carries for 28, 7 carries for 22 yards for Ibarra. Whitehead had 4 carries for no yards. Ponton had 1 carry for -1 yard. Xander Woods had 6 carries for 25, and Javion Watley had 4 carries for 26. 0 for 1 through the air for Hunter Whitehead. 0 for 1 with an interception for Kubezka. 7 penalties for 54 yards. 8 penalties for 64 yards for the Hornets. Had them down for 10 first downs. 3 of 8 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down for the evening. As for the Panthers, leading rusher Thomas DeLo, 18 rushes, 92 yards, I hope, and a touchdown. 2 rushes for Richardson for 6 yards, 2 rushes for Dye for 7, 2 for Trotter for -4, 2 for Camden Wilson for 7, and 1 for KJ Moore for 10. 8 of 14 for 104 yards and a touchdown through the air for Trotter. 3 receptions, 34 yards for Coates. 2 receptions, 36 yards for Cunningham, and a touchdown. Dalo had a reception for 2 yards. Dye had a reception for 28. And Henneke had a reception for 4. 10 penalties, 65 yards against the Panthers. Had them down for 16 first downs. 2 of 6 on third down, and 1 of 2 on fourth down. And, partner, it was not exactly what we expected at the beginning of the game, but you moved to 1-0 in district, 4-0 on the year, and you can't be too upset about the outcome.
No, you can't. A win is a win, no matter how ugly it might be. The Panthers, just have got to continue to work to get better on both sides of the football. Definitely not the numbers offensively that we're normally used to seeing out of them, and the defense has got to really work on containing the run, especially up front with their defensive linemen. Some scores around the area. Lumberton beats Tatum 44-14. Cold Spring handles Huntington handedly 55-0. The Dayton Broncos defeat Santa Fe 56-28. Newton Eagles all over Warren, and it has gone final 58-0. North Shore beats Beaumont United 49-7. Barbers Hill is trailing LaPorte 35-21. Kind of a surprise score there.
Wow.
And then another big one from 9-3A, the Dieball Lumberjacks defeat the Woodville Eagles 29-6. Man, that's just another one that just blows my mind.
Lumberjacks doing work.
That's right. But the Port Neches Groves Indians squeak by Fort Bend Marshall 7-0. Well, it's going to mess up some rankings, I think, in the Dave Campbell's high school football sports rankings. Scrolling down, Port Arthur is going. Yeah, it's gone final and beats Baytown Sterling 52-10. Crockett falls to Shepherd 30-13. Katy defeats Maid Creek 59-7. Actually, that's in the bottom of the fourth quarter. The
bottom of the fourth quarter?
Bottom of the fourth quarter.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a new one. Maybe I got my brain on baseball already. I don't know. After the night, maybe. So Hitchcock defeats the Woodlands Christian Warriors 44-14. Lovelady continues their winning ways 30-6 over the Cougars. Buna falling to Orangefield. They got almost 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 49-22. The Bobcats leading it over there. Hampshire Finette, they're in the third quarter. That game seems to kind of be trailing in Bridge City. 42-7 is the score in that one. The Kirbyville Wildcats in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter in Winnie are beating East Chambers 36-6. Jasper all over the Liberty Panthers 48-0. They are also in the fourth. Silsbee on top of West Orange Stark 20-6. They are also getting the fourth quarter started. The Columbus Cardinals, number 2 in 3A Division 1, 42-14 over Huffman Hargrave. Vider beats Addison Trinity 48-3. McGregor falls to the Franklin Lions, the number 1 Franklin Lions, 55-7. And that wraps up the scores I have on my awesome app that gives us scores updates.
Well, that's going to do it here from Kyle White Field as the ball game once again. We saw some good things from the defense. Pitches another shutout. We had talked about their second half shutouts. Again, we mentioned the Hornets getting better, not quite there yet, but another victory for the Panthers, and they move on to take on Orangefield.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, the Panther defense did get another shutout, even though they let the run take advantage of for the Hornets a few times, but they didn't allow a touchdown. And that's something to be said about this defense and how well they're playing. I think 1 interception on the night, so another turnover to their credit. So the defense is still playing well. I still feel like they just need to continue to work on that rush defense.
All right. Well, make sure you tune in next Friday night as the Panthers take on the Bobcats from Orangefield. Trent, myself will be there. Hopefully the Fightin' Terry Fortenberries will be back as well. Want to thank Kyla Hart for her work on the camera tonight. Alex Outram speaking on behalf of my broadcast partner, Trent Hart, reminding you of your final score tonight. The Anahuac Panthers defeat the Hardin Hornets 13-0. Have a good week, and so long, everybody.